1. What is the primary purpose of a standards-based proficiency test like STAMP? A. To evaluate memorized grammar rules. B. To measure how well a student performs compared to peers. C. To assess real-world language ability based on proficiency standards. D. To grade students based on textbook completion. 2. Which ACTFL proficiency level describes someone who can handle a simple conversation about familiar topics? A. Novice mid, B. Intermediate low. C. Intermediate high. D. Advanced low. 3. A student who can write multiple connected paragraphs with supporting details is likely at which proficiency level? A. Novice high. B. Intermediate mid, C. Advanced low. D. Intermediate low. 4. In a listening task, if a speaker uses idiomatic expressions and regional accent, this task is likely targeting A. Novice mid, B. Intermediate high. C. Advanced mid, D. Superior. 5. What distinguishes proficiency from performance in language assessment? A. Proficiency is based on practice drills. Performance is based on spontaneous use. B. Proficiency measures what learners know, performance shows what learners can memorize. C. Proficiency measures ability in unfamiliar contexts, performance measures rehearsed ability. D. Proficiency is easier to grade than performance. 6. In the STAMP writing task, what is most important for higher proficiency scores? A. Accurate spelling only. B. Length of response. C. Language complexity and task completion. D. Use of informal slang. 7. Which of the following best demonstrates cultural proficiency in writing? A. Listing holidays in another country. B. Using culturally appropriate expressions and references in context. C. Translating phrases directly from English. D. Using complex vocabulary only. 8. Which ACTFL skill domain includes organizing ideas into a coherent oral presentation? A. Reading. B. Speaking. C. Writing. D. Listening. 9. A student who identifies the main idea in a short email written in the target language is most likely at A. Novice mid, B. Intermediate low. C. Intermediate high. D. Advanced low. 10. What is a key expectation for intermediate mid writing proficiency? A. Writing a few isolated words. B. Creating strings of memorized phrases. C. Producing simple sentences on familiar topics. D. Writing well-developed essays on abstract issues. 11. The term authentic text in reading refers to A. Text written for language learners. B. Simplified textbook excerpts. C. Material created for native speakers of the language. D. Translated passages from English. 12. Which of the following would best assess a student's ability to interpret spoken language? A. Reading comprehension. B. Listening to a weather report and answering questions. C. Writing a paragraph. D. Identifying verbs in a passage. 13. When a student uses transitional phrases in writing, e.g., therefore, however, this signals A. Poor grammar. B. Intermediate low proficiency. C. Organizational competence. D. Use of memorized phrases. 14. Which activity would most likely provide evidence of advanced level speaking? A. Describing a favorite food. B. Giving directions to a tourist. C. Arguing a point of view with supporting detail. D. Reciting a memorized dialogue. 15. What does linguistic accuracy mean in proficiency scoring? A. Knowing how to spell complex words. B. Using accurate grammar, vocabulary, and syntax. C. Speaking quickly. D. Avoiding repetition. 16. Which strategy improves listening comprehension at higher levels? A. Listening for isolated words only. B. Focusing on tone and key transitions. C. Memorizing common dialogues. D. Skipping unfamiliar passages. 17. A hallmark of intermediate high writing is A. Single word responses. B. Writing mostly with memorized expressions. C. Paragraph length discourse with some detail. D. Full essays with formal citation. 18. How does STAMP ensure reliability in scoring? A. Through multiple choice questions only. B. By grading only grammar. C. Through trained raters using detailed rubrics. D. By comparing responses to a class average. 19. Which of the following is least relevant in a standards-based speaking assessment? A. Fluency. B. Accuracy. C. Memorization of scripted lines. D. Comprehensibility. 20. A student who reads and understands newspaper articles in the target language is likely at A. Intermediate low. B. Intermediate high. C. Advanced mid. D. Novice high. 21. What is an intercultural communicative competence goal in STAMP? A. Avoiding culturally sensitive topics. B. Describing other cultures in English. C. Interacting with cultural awareness and respect. D. Memorizing cultural facts. 22. What kind of writing is expected at the novice high level? A. Word lists. B. Simple sentences about familiar topics. C. Well-developed persuasive essays. D. Complex reports with abstract reasoning. 23. What does a holistic scoring rubric assess? A. Only the grammar. B. A single language skill at a time. C. Overall language performance across multiple dimensions. D. Vocabulary memorization. 24. In STAMP listening sections, why are authentic audio sources used? A. They are easier to score. B. They represent real-world language use. C. They simplify language acquisition. D. They reduce distractions. 25. What is the key difference between intermediate and advanced writing proficiency? A. Advanced writers can write in cursive. B. Intermediate writers use bullet points. C. Advanced writers support ideas with detail and organization. D. Intermediate writers use more grammar mistakes. Standards-based measurement of proficiency. The standards-based measurement of proficiency or STAMP is a language proficiency assessment developed by Avant Assessment to measure a learner's ability in reading, writing, listening, and speaking in a target language. Aligned with national and international proficiency standards such as the ACTFL or American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages guidelines, STAMP is used by schools, universities, and organizations to evaluate real-world language skills. The test adapts to each test taker's level, providing a personalized and accurate measure of proficiency from novice to advanced levels. STAMP results are often used for placement, program evaluation, credentialing, and to award seals of biliteracy. The assessment supports language development by providing detailed feedback on performance across communication modes, helping educators and learners set meaningful goals for continued growth. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses of the standards-based measurement of proficiency STAMP exam. 1. Language proficiency assessment. The STAMP exam accurately measures reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills in a target language based on proficiency standards. 2. Academic placement. Schools use STAMP results to place students in appropriate language courses that match their current skill level. 3. Credit and graduation eligibility. STAMP scores can qualify students for language credits or fulfill language proficiency requirements for graduation. 4. Program evaluation. Educators use results to assess the effectiveness of language programs and make data-driven improvements. 5. Global readiness. Certification of proficiency supports students' preparedness for international careers, study abroad programs, and global engagement.